After the new drone regulations came into effect, I was always curious about how DJI would respond to this change. And when I got this drone, I think this is the answer DJI has given. The all-new DJI Lite series. To understand why DJI launched the Lite series, I think we need to talk about its predecessor, the well-known Mini series. In my view, the Mini series has developed to a point where it is caught in a very obvious dilemma of polarization. On the higher end, models like the Mini 4 Pro and Mini 5 Pro have increasingly strong performance, but they start at $4,000 to $5,000, which can easily discourage some beginners. Looking downwards, the Mini 3, Mini 4K, and even the once legendary Mini 3 Pro, although affordable, are limited by early technological constraints. For essential features like omnidirectional obstacle avoidance and intelligent tracking, which are now standard for beginners in aerial photography, they either lack these features entirely or their performance no longer meets current usage demands. This leads to a particularly awkward situation where beginners who genuinely want to step into aerial photography are stuck in a dilemma between old and expensive options. Even though DJI has launched entry-level product lines like the Neo, their core positioning remains as low-level follow-cam drones, and I believe there is a fundamental difference between aerial photography and follow-cam in terms of core functions and usage scenarios. So when the DJI Lite appeared, it had omnidirectional obstacle avoidance and omnidirectional intelligent follow, and more importantly, its price, with the standalone unit plus additional cost being about 1,999 yuan. I think as an entry-level model, DJI has really shown full sincerity this time. When I first saw the Lite one, the first thing I noticed was the lens on its body, and there is also one below it, which means the DJI Lite one is equipped with omnidirectional obstacle avoidance. Yes, for beginners, no matter how strong the performance parameters are, flight safety is always the most important. And at this price point of around 2,000, the Lite one provides beginners with standard all-direction obstacle avoidance, which means it can effectively prevent crashes and ensure flight safety to a large extent. According to our tests, in most cases, the Lite one's all-direction obstacle avoidance can effectively detect obstacles and automatically stop. For example, I really like using the obstacle avoidance camera footage as a flight reference during shooting, which makes me feel much more at ease. So the omnidirectional obstacle avoidance of the Lite one undoubtedly provides a safety net for beginners. Of course, there's a point I need to remind you of. The Lite one does not have the forward-looking laser radar of the same series X1, which means its obstacle avoidance capability is slightly weaker in unlit environments at night or when facing very thin obstacles like wires. But for beginners, in most scenarios, this omnidirectional obstacle avoidance system is completely sufficient. More importantly, with a price of over 2,000 yuan compared to those 4,000 or 5,000 yuan aerial drones, even if there is a minor bump due to operational error, the psychological pressure feels much less. Plus, with DJI's mature after-sales system and DJI Care Refresh, it directly reduces the worries of beginners about crashing the drone. Of course, this absolutely does not mean you can fly recklessly without concern. I sincerely recommend all friends who are new to aerial photography to first complete systematic flight training at Yuan and always remain cautious during operation and comply with local flight regulations. This is the most basic responsibility to yourself and to others. Additionally, Lite 1 is equipped with a new intelligent tracking algorithm. For beginners, you just need to select the subject on the screen and it will automatically recognize and lock onto the target. There's no need for manual control or repeated practice with camera movements, allowing even those with no experience to achieve good results. Whether it's circling a building or following a car, this intelligent tracking combined with omnidirectional obstacle avoidance can stably follow while automatically avoiding obstacles in all directions. It won't lose track or crash due to a complex environment, lowering the threshold for beginners to the point where you just need hands to take off. Now that we've talked about safety and ease of use, let's discuss what everyone cares about most, the image quality. This time, the DJI Lite is equipped with a 48 million pixel 1/2-inch f1.8 aperture sensor, capable of supporting regular video shooting at 4K 60 frames per second, as well as 4K 100 frames per second slow motion recording. The photo specifications are pushed directly to a maximum of 8K. But at the same time, it does not have HDR and D-Log-M. Due to the gimbal's structural design, it cannot perform lossless vertical shooting like the Mini series, but instead crops the image, supporting up to 2.7K at 30 frames per second for vertical recording. Additionally, if you have higher requirements for shooting parameters, you might want to check out the simultaneously launched Lite X1, which I believe will not disappoint you. For an entry-level aerial photography drone priced just over 2,000, I wonder if you think these specifications are acceptable. Personally, I believe it offers great value for money. After all, the Neo 2 with a 1/2-inch sensor only had 12 million pixels, while the 48 million pixels of the Lite one show that DJI still aims to balance both video and photography. Looking at the actual shooting results, although there is some loss of detail in highlights and shadows in high contrast scenes, and there is noise in darker environments, the overall image quality has really exceeded my expectations. In other aspects of filming, intelligent creation modes like MasterShots, time-lapse photography, one-click short films, and panoramic shooting are now standard. Even if you don't understand camera movement at all, as long as you select the corresponding mode, the drone can automatically capture good shots. In other aspects, the weight of the Neo1 is the same as the Mini series, both controlled within 249 grams, making it easy to carry in a bag. And you can set it to automatically power on when the arms are unfolded and power off when folded, which is perfect for someone like me who often presses the wrong power button. Then the Neo1 uses the O4 transmission system, supporting full HD transmission up to 8 kilometers, ensuring smooth video transmission during flight. However, in urban areas with many tall buildings, you need to be cautious as flying far away may affect the signal. In terms of battery life, our tests show the actual flight time is about 25 minutes. If you use a long-lasting batteries, the maximum flight time can reach 52 minutes. For regular flying, a dual battery set is actually sufficient. Additionally, it supports Wi-Fi 6 fast transfer with a transfer speed of around 50 megabytes per second. Paired with DJI Fly's quick transfer function on the phone, it can quickly transfer to the phone with one-click connection while on standby. The overall effect is quite good. To some extent, as an entry-level aerial drone, the Neo1 definitely involves some trade-offs, but DJI has basically equipped it with the most practical core functions for beginners. The actual shooting experience is indeed much better than the older models. So after using it extensively for a while, I really don't have many complaints about the Neo1. At this price, omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, omnidirectional intelligent follow, 48 million 4K 60 frames, all 4 transmission, you can fly right away. 1 or 2 years ago, this price would definitely have been impossible. Previously, a friend asked me if beginners should grit their teeth and buy an expensive drone right away, but I always feel that for most students and young people just getting into aerial photography, there's really no need for the first drone to be too expensive, especially when spending a lot more money just for some professional features that won't be used, and in the end, it just gathers dust after a few flights. The appearance of Neo1 precisely provides a reliable and cost-effective choice for all friends with limited budgets who want to genuinely experience the fun of aerial photography. Whether it's recording daily life or travel scenery, DJI Neo1 offers a good experience. Moreover, I find this device is perfect for appearing on campus, right? Think about it carefully. Affordable price, safe configuration, good image quality, whether it's for campus media, photography club, or classroom teaching. Considering Neo1 as a procurement device, I can only say it has so many advantages. But turning to the question at the beginning of the video, how should DJI respond to market changes after the implementation of the new drone regulations? From the Neo1, I see the 3 core keywords: safety, ease of use, and cost effectiveness. It makes aerial photography no longer a niche hobby with a high budget threshold, truly becoming a creative method that ordinary people and young people can easily grasp. So if you are a student with a limited budget or a beginner just getting into aerial photography, I highly recommend you try this drone, hoping it will give you a good flying experience.